right that way. You just snaps on, you just push it down. So it snaps on. And now the drone is pouring it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link the remote.
We haven't closed the cap yet.
Okay, yes, you can do that. Alright, let me just check something here.
Technology.
Okay. So what you want to do is, for safety purposes,
Yeah.
every time before you fly, you want to do a pre-flight check, just like you would with an airplane or any other aircraft system. You know, you want to make sure that, so let me just link this. So you want to ensure that these are locked, you know?
Okay.
And the more you do it, it's going to become like second nature to you. Make sure that these are locked. Make sure that your propellers are firmly on. There's no shaking or vibration when you put your hands around it.
Okay.
And make sure that your antennas is pointing in the right direction. As soon as that's fine, you know, check for any little cracks or anything like that, any you know, you might look for any anomalies. And then once you do that, your system is going to do a self-check by the software to ensure that the drone is logically prepared to do its mission. Another thing is that you want to clean off your cameras because you might get some debris, you know,
Okay.
your debris or anything like that around it. You get a little cloth and you just do a light cleaning to the camera.
Okay.
Right, and then that's it. You purge the system. What you normally want to do is that you're dealing with chemicals, so you don't want to cross-contaminate. So you purge the system. Purge the system with water, run it out once, and then you apply your chemical, and then you're good to go.
Okay.
So it's a 1 minute maximum process, you know, and then you basically take off.
Okay.
Yeah, you do your flight takeoff. All right. So before I'm going to set up the charging system, because I want to demonstrate the charging system to you guys as well.
Okay, so this generator is for the charging purpose.
Right. Which we also provide. The thing is, we do recommend using a generator, even if you have power on site, because the thing is, this pulls a lot of current. It pulls up to 150 amps sometimes because you need to charge these batteries. It fully charges the batteries in like about 6 minutes, 6 or 7 minutes.
Only 7 minutes.
Yeah, about 7 minutes. So that's a lot of current because these are like almost 2 kilowatts worth of energy. So, yeah. So this is the brand generator that we'll provide for you. It's very reliable. You get warranty on all the equipments. You know, you get about 2-year warranty for the generators.
Okay.
And such, so it's pretty easy to use as well. Let me just put the battery on it. Yeah, you can just
You can finish.
this generator starts electrically, so you don't have to do any form of so let's say this generator starts 2 ways. You can either pull it or you just electrically start it.
have to fix this one with this battery, right?
Yes.
Yes,
It's
yes.
just
Under
moves
100
with it.
here, right?
Yeah, it just goes straight in. So you
Yeah.
just plug it in like this.
Yeah.
Snaps right in like that.
Yeah.
You're good to go. It starts charging it automatically. This is your indicator, you know.
Yeah.
Right. It lights up and tells you where the power is. Same for the drone. So it's a good way for you to scan, to see. So even for here, say you're going to take off. It's a busy day and you have multiple batteries. You want to know what the power level is. You see those indicator light there?
Yes.
Shows that the battery is full.
Okay.
It might come back. We're going to do a flight now. You're going to see how much it reduces by. Right.
Okay.
Right.
Got it.
So each of those represent 25%. Alright, now we're going to go to the software. This is where these drones, their efficiency comes in. The thing is, you have a software here. This is where all your maps will be saved. So during the training, we're going to show you how to navigate the software. You know, it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy, because the thing is, these drones are automatic drones. You know, you don't do a lot of controlling. It does most of the missions automated. So it flies, it remembers where it lifts off, you know, and it restarts where it lifts off and continue to spray the chemicals. So you'll never have any wastage. So wherever the drone stops, that's where it continues. You can see here your field. So this is the field that I'm looking at here. So you can see this from the maps, from the Google Maps.
Yep.
You know, you have a screen for your cameras, you know, so you can see
Yeah. Yeah.
basically the FPV, the camera of the drone, and this is also the field that you see here. So there's two ways. So the first thing you want to do is you want to map the field. You're going to be a repetitive thing every single time you use this drone. So once you map this field once, it will be stored in the drone forever. Right, so you only need to map it once, and whenever you're going to spray, just hit one button, bring the drone out, do the pre-check. That's it, it flies automatically.
Okay.
Alright, so we're going to purge the system. So these are, I want you to, because I know you're the agronomist as well, right? Yeah. So another key thing, these are your rotary atomizers. Right, so what these does is that whenever you're applying herbicides, you apply it at a different droplet size. But when you're applying insecticide, you can use a finer droplet size. So that's what's normally, so usually with the mist blowers, you have to change.
How we can change this one?
So it goes from 50 to 500 microns. It can go down to 15 microns.
Okay.
Right, so that it gives you maximum penetration and diffusion. Right, and it can go all the way up to 500 microns, which is a heavier droplet size for like herbicides, and also if it's a windy day, you can also control the droplet size with just this button right here. So usually you have to change out the tips for other drones.
Okay.
Every single time you want to change it, all you have to do is just manually adjust the speed, as you can see here. So I'm going to arm it.
Battery voltage,
It increases.
60.1, altitude,
It decreases.
0.0, speed,
And it
0.0.
goes up as way as the, you know, it goes all the way up. So the thing is, that's how you adjust the size. And this is also your pump pressure. You can also set, if you want, you can set the dosage, liters per hectare. You just type it in and the drone will automatically knows how much it should apply per acre. Right. Alright, so we're going to proceed without further ado. We're going to do a map. So I don't know if you guys want to do the mapping.
110 to 90, 63 mm reducer.
Yeah, I'm going to take them on the one.
Busted.
Busted.
PVC.
PVC.
Yeah.
PVC
So-
busted.
That's what I was talking about.
Not busted.
Usually
It's actually
you purge the system.
open and loose. So what can I say? ഊരിപ്പോയിട്ട് pressure കാരണം.
Oh.
Before going on
Sprinkler switch.
any mission or anything.
Sorry?
Sprinkler
Sprinkler?
rotate ആച്ചാ. എത്ര?
മൊത്തം ചെക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റിയില്ല. ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ പ്രഷർ
Yes, they can have more.
റെഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്തിട്ട്
They can
സെറ്റ്
have
ചെയ്തിട്ട്
more
അവിടെ ചെന്ന്
spray
കഴിഞ്ഞ്
like 4, but these are very big.
ആദ്യത്തെ
That's
സ്പ്രിംഗ്ലറിനകത്ത് പവർ
right.
ഇല്ല.
So these-
ബാക്കി 2,
it
3,
goes up to
4
like 9 liters per minute.
നടുക്കത്തിനകത്ത് കുറച്ചിനകത്ത് പവർ ഇല്ല. അത്ര ഞാൻ നോട്ടീസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളൂ. അപ്പത്തേനും
Here, you can have
ഫ്ലഷ്
a
ചെയ്തില്ല.
4,
ഫ്ലഷ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി
you
മറ്റേ
want
ഓപ്പൺ
one,
ചെയ്തിട്ട്
that's like
തട്ടിപ്പോയി.
overkill.
Oh.
Right.
ത്രോ എത്ര വന്നത്?
So this is more than enough for most.
I think it's 5 meters. I have to go check.
ஓகே அது மாத்திரம் செக் பண்ணோம். இது அந்த நம்ம அந்த ஹோஸ்லேருந்து வெளியே வரல, தேர்ட்டி டைம் வந்து வெளியே வரல. இன்னும் ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. இன்னும் அதுபோல் எல்லாத்துலேயும் பழகிட்டு 16 mm ட்ரில்லில் ஓட்ட போட்டு பின்ன அது ஃபிக்ஸ் ஆகும். சரியா?
What about the 1 and 2?
இன்னுமா ஒன்று வாங்கி மாற்றுவோம்.
പ്രഷർ അധികം.
அது என்னென்னா நம்ம எல்லாத்தையும் கனெக்ட் இல்லை, ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு லைன் கனெக்ட் பண்ணது. ஸோ வாட்டர் வெளியே போகிறது கம்மி, ரேட்டு கம்மி, அதனால் லோட் ஆகும், அதனால் வெளி. പിന്നെ നമ്മൾ 3 ஏக்கர் கண்ணு ஃபுல்லாக கனெக்ட் பண்ணி விட்டால் ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை.
5 to 11 gallons for that bottle over there.
16.
Yeah, so the bottle is interchangeable. So you can just use
Yes,
this one.
that's all.
Alright.
Chromate.
I don't throw too much of
Got
the
it?
water, but that's fine. I want to make sure that it doesn't.
I'll become after finish this one.
It should be on, but it's not a necessity.
Oh, okay.
A lot of the times we even run it with the cap open because it's a busy day. 'Cause the thing is, the cap is just to right. It doesn't do anything to the system.
Oh.
Right.
The trial in the grass area.
Yes.
This area. Trial.
Battery
Okay. You want to do a trial here?
In this area.
Oh, I see. Yes. We can do that. So we're going to just map a small section.
Yeah, small
Yeah, we're going to map a small section. What I wanted to do is that there's 2 ways in which you can map. You can either punch the values in here. Let me see if I can. Okay. So you can either punch the values in here,
60.0, altitude,
right?
0.0,
Or
The starting point and ending point.
Huh?
The starting point and ending point.
Yes, so you
These
can
are the
just
fix.
so you can just put in the starting point. You know, this is a square. You set a
like
block.
which meter we want to end, we have to fix, and the make on square, right?
Right.
The
right.
polygon which means.
The polygon. Right.
Okay.
So what's the whatever the shape of the farm is,
Okay.
you can just punch it in here. So
0.0.
during the training, we're going to go into detail.
Yeah, sure.
Right. But for the sake, you can even fly the drone. So say you're not very aware of the system and the Google Maps might not be updated. The good thing is that the safe thing is that you want to fly the drone and plot the points
Yeah, that is good.
with the drone. So we're going to do that today because that's what I normally like to do. So let me just drain this tank. Let me drain this tank. And then what we're going to do is that we're going to do a fly. You want to fly with the empty tank. You want to map with the empty tank. Right, and then after you map the area, then you refill it with water and then you fly again. Yeah.
0.0, speed, 0.0.
The tank is empty.
Yeah?
The
Yes.
tank is empty.
Yes, the tank is empty. Right, so you get an idea how fast it empties the tank. Alright, so we're going to plot a small block here for the demonstration. And then you can see. Alright, so we're going to do flight GPS.
Battery voltage,
Do you have a name for it?
60.0,
Yeah,
Mombasa.
Premium smartphone.
Okay. Smartphone?
Premium smart.
Okay. So yeah, so also you set the altitude that you want to fly at. Right.
Yeah.
Usually we fly at about 3 meters or so over the canopy. Right, about 3 meters or
battery
3.6
voltage,
meters
58.6,
above.
altitude,
Right.
0.0,
Flying speed,
speed,
it's a flying
0.0.
speed at about 3.6 meters per second. You can set that to whatever you want. You know, we're going to set it to about 3, you know, for the sake of demonstration. Alright, upload it. As soon as you upload it, you just hit slide right to start.
Okay.
And that's it.
Battery voltage,
So I don't know where you want to do the honors.
0.0, speed,
Yes,
Demonstration.
0.0.
Demonstration.
Yeah, the demonstration. You wanna?
No.
Oh yeah. I know. Wise decision.
So which side, sir? This side
We're
also.
going to do a demonstration. Doing some work. So as you can see here, while it's flying, we can monitor
Yeah, and
the data. So your flow rate, your speed, the altitude, the whole thing, and you can monitor it right here on the screen. It turns around, it makes its laps, and it continues dumping.
52.8. Altitude
Right.
3.3. Speed 1.9.
And it comes in.
blow down your plant him like so.
No, it's actually more effective for the plant. Yeah, man. Because that way it riles it up so the chemical can get underneath the plant. So the chemical is gonna get penetration all underneath, right? And it can fly even lower. All you have to do is just hit this, hit the radar right here, and bring down the drone lower. So if you want to go lower while it's flying, say you want to adjust the height while it's flying, you just hit this here, and it just goes lower. So you can see it's flying a little bit lower now. You can bring it down even lower while it's flying. So you can adjust it while you're flying. Right, you can adjust the height a little more if you want. So a lot of persons, they like to fly lower, especially if it's thick vegetation. Right. So as you can see here, the drone has completed its mission and it stops and it hovers. Alright? And that's it. You bring it back home, it automatically comes home when it's finished and do a landing procedure. As you can see, you have a little bit of chemical remaining inside of it. So, right. Alright, and that's basically how it operates. That's all you need to know with agriculture drones. It's pretty simple. Here, the point, now the cameras, go forward. And then you set another boundary point.
Battery voltage 56.6. Altitude 2.9.
Another boundary point.
Successfully.
Turn the cameras around, as you can see. So you see it's pretty easy to fly. So if you have just basic drone experience, you know, it's pretty simple on the stick. So just turn it around, you watch the cameras, you know, and then all you do is
Altitude 3.6. Speed 4.9. Boundary
another boundary point,
successfully.
and then you hit save, and that's it. You bring the drone home.
Succeeded.
You can just hit return to home by hitting that key. The drone automatically rises to an altitude that you set, comes home, and then it starts to initiate a landing. So now what you do is you add the water to it.